had the pleasure to listen to Jose Alfonso. So, but that's what we're going to start with, man. And you gathered some research, Dad. And this track, Grandola Villa Morena, started the Carnation Revolution that brought democracy to Portugal in 1974 and has remained to these days as a hymn symbolizing the power of the people. That, I mean, just that right there tells you this is powerful.
And that was Fran's summary of this, but I dug in because there's a lot more to this, and I think if you're in America, you don't really know anything about this, but the title itself, the English means Swarthy Town. It's a Portuguese song, so this is Portuguese, recorded way back in 1971. It became an iconic song in Portugal after being used as a radio broadcast signal by the Portuguese Armed Forces movement during their military coup operation in April of 1974, which led to that Carnation Revolution, as Fran referenced, and the transition to democracy in Portugal. It has since been considered a symbol of the revolution and anti-fascism. Jose was inspired to write the song about the town of Grandola after performing there in 1964. It's an a cappella song which tells about the fraternity among the people of Grandola. Each quatrain of the song is first sung solo and is followed by a quatrain that repeats the same lines in reverse order, this time sung by a choir. The footsteps can be heard throughout the song, marking the rhythm. Were recorded on an early morning on a gravel floor outside of the studio building. Branco, Alfonso, and two other musicians went out at 3 a.m. to do the recording in order to avoid the noise caused by passing cars on a nearby road. Later that day in the afternoon, the vocals were recorded. But this is very interesting. Trey, tell us about the role in the Carnation Revolution.
Yeah, the chief strategist of the military coup by the Armed Forces movement, he needed a signal that could be transmitted nationwide via radio to all the military officers of the MFA to indicate the start of their operation. His initial idea was to transmit Alfonso's song Vinham Maes Cinco, but Joao Paulo Diniz, man, that we're testing me today, man.
At least you took Spanish. You did a lot better than I would.
A radio host who took part in the plan convinced Saraiva de Carvalho that it was not a good idea since the song was forbidden by censors, and that would raise suspicion. So two signals were then decided. The first would be the Paulo de Carvalho's E Depois de Adues, which was Portuguese entry in the Eurovision Song Contest in 1974. We have some Eurovision reactions up, so it all connects, man. And second would be Alfonso's Grandola Villa Morena, this track. None of the radio hosts involved were aware that there was a plan for a coup d'etat. After the broadcast, strategic points in Portugal were occupied by the MFA troops. The military coup operation was successful and resulted in the Carnation Revolution, which overthrew the dictatorship of Estado Noveno regime and marked the beginning of the transition to democracy in Portugal. This is quite the story.
That's what I thought. This song continues to be sung in celebrations of the Carnation Revolution every year in Portugal on April 25th. In 2020, protests against the Portuguese far-right Chega and Evora were marked by crowds singing this song, so it still has a life, and I just felt like when I dug into this, it had so much history and so much importance that I felt it was important that we really understand what it's about.
Grandola Villa Morena, terra da fraternidade, o povo é quem mais ordena dentro de ti a cidade, dentro de ti a cidade, o povo é quem mais ordena, terra da fraternidade, Grandola Villa Morena. Em cada esquina um amigo, em cada rosto igualdade, Grandola Villa Morena, terra da fraternidade, terra da fraternidade. Grândola, Vila Morena, em cada rosto igualdade, o povo é quem mais ordena. À sombra de uma azinheira que já não sabia a idade, jurei ter por companheira Grândola a tua vontade, Grândola a tua vontade. Jurei ter por companheira à sombra de uma azinheira que já não sabia a idade.
Grandola Via Morena. Wow, man, a powerful tune, and I just love the way it was structured, Dad.
Yeah, I've never come across a song structured like this, where you sing it and then it's sang, in reverse order back to you. And even though you can't understand the words, we have the words here, and it's not the words that are as the words are powerful, but it's just you just feel it.
Oh,
you
yeah,
feel
dude.
that it's a song of importance just from his delivery and the way it's constructed. And I guess from those 33 seconds, it starts it with the foot.
Dude, the footsteps.
It brings you into the moment.
And they kind of bookended with that because then we finish with 15 seconds
marching in, marching out,
and just diving through some of the lyrics. Kind of having almost a reverence for Grandola.
Yes.
Up in here, man, talking about it. Land of fraternity. It's the people who lead inside you, oh city. And then that's sung in reverse order, which was just so tight. Talking to each corner, there's a friend there. In each face, there's equality. And then we get to the title Grandola, Swarthy Town, which Swarthy not really said too much these days.
Land of fraternity. So it's got the equality and fraternity. So you can see how it's used, to try to stand up for your freedom. And in the shadow of a holm oak, which no longer knew its age, I swore as my companion, Grandola, your will. So,
ooh. And I think too, this is just this really emphasizes the point that a lot of music we listen to either for enjoyment, maybe we want at a party, maybe we're in our feels and want something to feel better, or music has that power too to inspire and be a theme for a revolution such as this.
Yes.
And I just think that shows the power where music can spark that almost fire inside people to soldier on and push through. And we don't have any ties to Portugal, but this kind of got me a little hyped up and fired up too, man.
Yeah, it's a great one, man.
So shout out to Jose.